throw it right back at you. Plenty to get to this hour, including Kirk Cousins channeling his inner Ivan Drago?
Yeah, apparently. So here's the deal. He's certainly a big trending story today because he made some comments on a podcast where he said of COVID-19, he's taking a survival of the fittest approach and that, quote, if I die, I die. Cousins is, however, following NFL protocols in Vikings training camp. We are going to hear the sound from Kirk himself coming up. And how about this? We've got a decision. It's official. Tyrod Taylor will get the Week 1 start for the Chargers when they face Joe Burrow and the Bengals. Taylor was the expected starter despite the fact that the Chargers drafted Justin Herbert in the first round. I don't know. I still felt like Herbert was going to, give the kid a chance to sit. It'll be Taylor's first start since Week 3 of 2018 when he was with the Browns.
Herbert certainly the tools, needs to develop a little bit. Quote, nothing has changed. This coming from a Big Ten source following Optimism Tuesday about the Big Ten restarting earlier than expected. Our Adam Rittenberg confirmed there has been no change in the timeline, citing the league's presidents and chancellors need to approve any plans. The Chiefs, socially distant yet sparkling, got their Super Bowl rings last night. Ceremony, Arrowhead Stadium. The ring features, just on the face alone, 234 diamonds. All out for the Chiefs. First championship in 50 years. Head coach Andy Reid said, if you want a free cheeseburger, flash the ring. You may get one.
He doesn't eat those anymore. Veggie burgers for him. Looks
Mediterranean diet, no falafel.
Yeah, exactly. Serena Williams began her bid for Grand Slam win 24 by beating Christy On in straight sets and making history in the process. It was her 102nd U.S. Open match win, passing Chris Evert for the most ever. On the other side of that, her sister Venus, also making some personal history, but not in the way that she would have liked. Her first round defeat at the hands of Karolina Muchova was the first time that the elder Williams sister had lost in the first round of the U.S. Open. She was 21-0 before yesterday's loss. Now, as we know, revenge is a dish best served cold. Chris Paul can get that tonight against the team that cast him off last year. Thunder Rockets square off Game 7 tonight with LeBron and the Lakers waiting in the wings. Doris Burke now on CP3's evolution over his 15-year career.
For 10 years, Chris Paul was the best point guard in the NBA. Is he the best point guard in the NBA? No. But you know what he does? He fights on the margins for every inch and millimeter because he knows he's on the back nine of his career. Shoot, he's almost to the 19th tee at this point. But, he's still fighting for the margins. He's trying to get better. And look where he's got his team. It's really something special, and we should appreciate it.
For more on Game 7 tonight, we're going to welcome in our ESPN NBA reporter, Tim Bontemps. Tim, why does CP3 and the Thunder feel so confident about Game 7?
Well, Elle, because they've dominated the late and close situations in this series. By all rights, Houston should have already advanced. Through the first 6 games, they've led for 201 minutes. That's more than 4 total games. But the reason this is in a Game 7 and the reason the Thunder have a chance to win is because Chris Paul in particular has dominated down the stretch and particularly outplayed both James Harden and Russell Westbrook. You saw that in Game 6 where Chris Paul made several big plays late and Russell Westbrook had a terrible air ball and an even worse pass out of bounds inside the final minute. I feel really confident about Oklahoma City's chances. This game is late and close down the stretch again tonight.
Yeah, and it's not, listen, we keep talking about the CP3 storyline. It's not just that. According to Elias, this is the first Game 7 in NBA history between a former MVP, Westbrook, and James Harden in this case, and their former team. Once again, that's at 9 Eastern tonight on ESPN. In the early game, we've got the top-seeded Bucks. They're trying to even things up with the Heat in Game 2 of their Eastern Conference semifinal series. And Milwaukee's Eric Bledsoe, as you know, missed Game 1 with a strained right hammy. What can you tell us about his status?
Well, Eric Bledsoe was listed as questionable on the latest injury report put out by the league this morning, though the hope is he'll be ready to go tonight in Game 2. Milwaukee really needs him to play. While he's struggled in the past on offense in the postseason, most notably last year against the Toronto Raptors in the Eastern Conference Finals, they need him on defense to guard Goran Dragic and Jimmy Butler. In Game 1, those two guys got whatever they wanted. Dragic had 27 points, Butler had 40, dominated down the stretch. And Bledsoe, one of the best defensive guards in the league, a really big, strong, athletic guy, gives them a much better opportunity to guard both of them if they need him tonight.
Yeah, and a guy that streaks towards the basket like no other. Of course, we know the Bucks love to run. That game's at 6:30 Eastern on ESPN. Tim Bontemps with the latest from the bubble. Thanks, Tim.
Elle, what a series it was. Final moments, Game 7, Nuggets and Jazz. Under 30 seconds remaining, Nikola Jokic hits a contested shot to give Denver a lead. This season, he's 6 for 7 on game-tying or go-ahead shots inside the final 30 seconds. That's most makes on those attempts in the NBA this season. Let's fast forward now. Donovan Mitchell drives, turns the ball over. One of 9 turnovers for the Jazz in the game. Then they're running the other way. Torrey Craig misses the layup. According to Second Spectrum, has a 79% chance to make the basket. So I don't blame him for taking it. But then Mike Conley at the buzzer. This shot had just a 15% chance of going in, and it barely rimmed out. And that is how the Nuggets moved on to the next round to take on